What if I told you a simple penny from 2011? Yes, a coin most people wouldn't even bend down to pick up could be hiding a life-changing payday. A broken bar and one tiny D mint mark might be the detail that makes all the difference. Right now, somewhere in America, people are unknowingly carrying rare Lincoln pennies in their pockets, tossing them into jars, or feeding them into vending machines without realizing what they have. And one version of the 2011 Abraham Lincoln penny with the Denver mint mark has collectors watching closely for rare errors and unusual features that could turn an ordinary 1-cent coin into something worth hundreds of broken bar, thousands of broken bar, and in extremely rare cases, potentially much more. That's why you need to check your change, because this story starts with a coin almost everyone has seen a broken bar but very few people have truly looked at. Back in 2011, millions of Abraham Lincoln pennies were struck at the Denver Mint, marked with a small D below the date. At first glance, they look completely normal. Lincoln's portrait on the front, the Union shield on the back, copper-colored shine, nothing special. Right? That's exactly what makes the hidden treasures so easy to miss. Here's where things get interesting. A broken bar. Not every penny is created equal. Sometimes, during the minting process, mistakes happen. Tiny mistakes, nearly invisible mistakes, but in the coin collecting world, those mistakes can create massive value. We're talking double letters, off-center strikes, wrong plan case, die cracks, clipped edges, and rare minting errors that can make collectors compete hard to own one. And when demand rises, a broken bar prices explode. Imagine grabbing a penny from an old jar, looking closely, and spotting something unusual. Maybe Lincoln's profile looks doubled. A broken bar. Maybe the lettering seems blurry. A broken bar. Maybe the coin has an odd color. Or a broken bar. Maybe it weighs differently than a normal penny. That moment could change everything. Now here's something many people don't know. A broken bar, a rare error coin, doesn't have to be ancient. It doesn't have to be from the 1800s. It doesn't even have to be silver. Modern penny, yes. Modern pocket change have sold for shocking amounts because of rare mint errors and unique collector demand. Some coins that originally cost just 1 cent have sold for hundreds of thousands of dollars because they were one of a kind or nearly impossible to find. That's why serious collectors inspect modern pennies under magnification. And that's why your 2011 D Lincoln penny deserves a second look. Start with the mint mark. Look below the year. If there's a small D, that means it was struck in Denver. Now check the coin's condition. Does it still have strong shine? Are the details sharp? Do Lincoln's hairlines look crisp? Is the shield on the back bold and clean? Coins in near-perfect condition are what collectors call mint state. Can be dramatically more valuable than worn coins. But condition is only the beginning. Now look for weird details. Check the words "In God We Trust." Do any letters look doubled? Look at Liberty. Any shadows, extra lines, thick lettering? Check the 2011. Do the numbers appear doubled or oddly shaped? Turn the coin over. Look closely at the shield lines. Any unusual raised metal? Any cracks? Any missing details? Any strange marks that look like they were stamped into the coin during production? That's where treasure can hide. And here's the part most people miss: a broken bar. Weight matters. A normal 2011 penny should weigh about 2.5 grams. If your penny weighs noticeably more or less, that could be a clue it was struck on the wrong plankett, a rare mint error collectors love. And wrong plankett coins can bring serious money. Now let's talk value. Most 2011 D Lincoln pennies are worth exactly 1 cent. That's the truth. But rare high-grade examples, especially certified coins in elite condition, can sell for premium prices. Error versions, that's where things get wild. Documented mint errors can sell for hundreds or thousands of dollars depending on rarity. Major dramatic errors can climb much higher. And if a truly unique specimen surfaces an extraordinary mint mistake unlike anything commonly seen, collectors could push bidding into jaw-dropping territory. That's how crazy the rare coin market can be. People pay huge money for what others overlook. But there's one warning: a broken bar. Do not clean your coin, never polish it, never scrub it, never try to make it shiny. Cleaning destroys collector value fast. Sometimes a coin worth hundreds becomes nearly worthless because someone tried to clean it with toothpaste, baking soda, or a cloth. Leave it exactly as it is. Natural is better. Original is better. Collectors want authenticity. So what should you do if you think your 2011 Lincoln penny looks unusual? First, place it safely in a coin holder or soft flip. Second, photograph it clearly front and back. Third, compare it with normal 2011 pennies. Look for obvious differences. Fourth, consider having it authenticated by a professional grading service like Professional Coin Grading Service or Numismatic Guarantee Company. That's how serious collectors verify authenticity and value. And when it comes time to sell, don't rush. Rare coins can be sold through trusted coin dealers, major auction houses, online marketplaces, or collector networks in the United States. Places like eBay, heritage auctions, and specialized coin auction platforms often connect sellers with motivated buyers willing to pay strong money for the right coin. But authentication first, always, because real rarity brings real dollars, and fake hype brings disappointment. That's important because you may hear crazy headlines saying a modern penny is worth millions. In reality, million-dollar coin sales are extraordinarily rare and usually involve famous historic coins with exceptional rarity, provenance, and collector demand, and not ordinary circulation pennies unless they are truly extraordinary mint mistakes or unique discoveries. Still, a broken bar. The hidden value hunt is real, and valuable surprises absolutely do happen. Which means the next penny you check could be boring, a broken bar, or it could be the coin everyone else missed. So here's my question for you: have you checked your pennies lately? Go grab that loose change jar, check your wallet, look in your car's cup holder, search those forgotten coin rolls, and if you find a 2011 Abraham Lincoln penny with the mint mark, inspect it closely. A broken bar, because one tiny detail could make all the difference. And who knows, a broken bar, your next 1-cent coin might be worth far more than 1 cent. If you love discovering hidden money and everyday pocket change, stick around because there are more coins hiding in plain sight, and the next big find could already be in your hands. What if I told you a penny sitting in a jar, tucked in your car's cup holder, or forgotten in a kitchen drawer could be worth life-changing money? A broken bar, and most people would spend it without even looking twice. It sounds impossible, but right now, thousands of Americans are holding coins they think are worth 1 cent a broken bar, when some rare pennies have sold for thousands, tens of thousands, and in extraordinary cases, even more. And one coin collectors keep talking about is the 2014 Abraham Lincoln penny with no mint mark. Here's where it gets interesting. Most people see no mint mark and think that means rare, but the truth is a little more mysterious, and that mystery is exactly why you need to check your change carefully. In 2014, millions of Abraham Lincoln pennies were made. On the front, you'll see Lincoln's portrait. Above him, "In God We Trust," to the left, "Liberty," and on the right, the year 2014. Under the date, some pennies have a tiny letter, like a D for Denver, but many have no mint mark at all, and that's where people stop a broken bar. But smart collectors look dapper. A 2014 penny with no mint mark usually means it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. That alone is common, very common. In fact, billions were made. So why are people hunting them? Because hidden among ordinary pennies can be extraordinary mistakes. A broken bar, and those mistakes can turn a 1-cent coin into serious money. Imagine this: you're counting spare change, you spot a 2014 penny, no mint mark, nothing unusual at first glance, but in a broken bar you notice the letters look doubled, or Lincoln's image seems slightly off-center. Maybe the coin has a strange shine, maybe the edge looks unusual, maybe there's a crack running through the design from a die error at the mint. Suddenly, that penny isn't just pocket change, it becomes a coin collector's fight over. One of the biggest things to watch for is doubling, especially in the lettering. Look closely at Liberty, "In God We Trust," and the date. If the letters look like they were stamped twice, even slightly, that could be a double die error. And collectors love those. Another thing, off-center strikes. This happens when the blank coin wasn't lined up correctly when struck. Part of the design may be missing, shifted, or oddly placed. The crazier it looks while still showing the tab, the more attention it gets. But wait, there's more. Some 2014 pennies have die cracks, die chips, or raised bumps caused by damaged mint equipment. A tiny blob of metal in the wrong place may not look important to most people, broken bar, but to collectors, it can mean rarity, and rarity means money. Now here's the part that shocks people. Online, you may see wild claims saying a 2014 no mint mark penny is worth hundreds of thousands, a broken bar, or even $1 million. Can that happen? In normal condition, a number, an ordinary 2014 penny with no mint mark is worth exactly 1 cent. Even in bright uncirculated condition, it may only be worth a few cents to a few dollars. But a broken bar, if that coin has a major mint error or a broken bar, if it's in nearly perfect condition, a broken bar, if it's professionally graded high, a broken bar, and if it has a rare combination collectors desperately want, a broken bar, that's when prices can explode. Coins with dramatic mint mistakes have sold for hundreds of broken bar, thousands of broken bar, and in exceptional cases in the coin world, incredibly rare pieces can bring astonishing amounts at auction. That's why people keep searching, not because every 2014 penny is treasury a broken bar, but because one hidden mistake could be. Now here's something most people never know. Condition matters almost as much as rarity. If your penny is scratched, worn smooth, dirty, or damaged, its value drops fast. But if it looks fresh, on sharp details, bright surfaces, clean edges, you may have something worth checking. And please see, never clean it. That shiny scrub job people think helps, it often destroys collector value instantly. A clean coin can lose serious money potential. Leave it exactly as you found it. Hold it by the edges. Put it in a soft coin holder. Then inspect it under light with a magnifying glass. Check the front. Check the back. Look at the date. Look at Lincoln's face. Look at every letter. Tiny details can mean big dollars. Now let's talk about selling because this is where many people make costly mistakes. If you think your 2014 Abraham Lincoln penny has an error or unusual feature, don't rush to sell it for a few bucks online. First, to verify it, take clear close-up pictures. Compare it with known error coins. Then, if it truly looks special, send it to a professional grading company like PCGS or NGC. They can authenticate the coin, grade its condition, and seal it in a protective holder. That certification gives buyers confidence, and confidence brings higher offers. Next, sell smart. Rare coins often do best through major auction platforms like eBay, certified coin auctions, respected coin dealers, or coin shows across the United States where serious collectors gather. But never accept the first offer. Get multiple opinions. A $100 offer could become $1,000 somewhere else if the right collector sees it. That's how hidden value gets unlocked. And here's the crazy part, a broken bar. Right now, millions of people are walking around with pennies in their pockets, jars, and drawers, a broken bar, never realizing one unusual coin could be worth far more than face value. Could yours be one of them? Grab your pennies tonight. Look for 2014. Check for no mint mark. Then inspect every detail like treasure is hiding in plain sight, because sometimes it is. And when you check, tell me, did you find anything strange? A double letter, an off-center strike, a weird bump, a crack, something unusual? Because that tiny detail could change everything. And if you love discovering hidden money hiding in everyday change, make sure you stick around, or because the next coin you ignore could be worth a whole lot more than 1 cent. But here's the crazy part, some Lincoln pennies that look completely ordinary have shocked collectors with incredible prices, and one tiny detail can make all the difference between 1 cent, a broken bar, and a payday that could completely change your future. So before you toss your pennies aside, check this out, because the 2015 Abraham Lincoln penny with no mint mark has collectors paying serious attention, And what you're about to learn could make you look at every coin in your house differently. At first glance, the 2015 Lincoln penny looks like nothing special. You've seen it 1,000 times. Abraham Lincoln's face on the front, the Union shield on the back, copper-colored chenille or maybe dark brown from years of use. Just another penny, right? Not so fast. In coin collecting, ordinary-looking coins can hide extraordinary secrets. Tiny minting mistakes, unusual metal compositions, rare strike errors, and overlooked details can turn everyday pocket change into something collectors desperately want. And that's exactly where the mystery begins with the 2015 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. First, let's clear something up. And when people hear no-mint mark, they often think that means rare. But in most cases, pennies made in Philadelphia are struck without a mint mark on purpose. That's normal. No mint mark doesn't automatically mean valuable. But here's where things get interesting. Sometimes, coins struck without a mint mark can have hidden errors, a broken bar, and those errors are what collectors chase. We're talking about double dies that make letters appear slightly doubled, off-center strikes where the design is misaligned, die cracks that create unusual raised lines, missing cloud layers that change the color, broad strikes that look stretched, and in rare situations, dramatic mint mistakes that can send values soaring. Now imagine finding one of those in your loose change. That's where pennies stop being pennies, a broken bar, and start becoming treasure. Picture this: you're cleaning out an old coffee can filled with coins. You dump it on the table, nickels, dimes, quarters, a broken bar, and a pile of pennies. Most people ignore them, but then one penny catches your eye. It's a 2015 Lincoln cent. No mint mark. Something about it looks strange. Maybe the lettering is doubled. Maybe Lincoln's portrait looks slightly off. Maybe the coin has an unusual shine. Maybe it weighs differently. Maybe the strike looks weird. That moment, that little spark of curiosity is exactly how rare discoveries happen. Collectors have found valuable error coins in circulation, in bank rolls, in inherited collections, and even in change from gas stations and grocery stores. And yes, a broken bar pennies, tiny 1-cent coins. Now here's something almost nobody checks: the date, the mint mark area, and the surface details under magnification. That's where hidden money lives. Grab a magnifying glass or use your phone camera zoom. Look closely at Liberty. Look at the tab 2015. Check Lincoln's eye, bow tie, and hair details. Flip the coin over and inspect 1 cent in United States of America. Do any letters look doubled? Do you see strange lines? Is the coin struck off-center? Does it look unusually shiny, dull, silver-colored, or oddly colored? Does it have cracks, bumps, or missing design parts? Those little clues can mean everything. And here's the part that gets exciting. Normal circulated 2015 no-mint mark pennies are usually worth face value 1 cent. Nothing shocking there. But if that coin has a major mint error, strong doubling, or a dramatic striking mistake, your broken bar values can jump past sometimes to hundreds of dollars a broken bar, sometimes thousands a broken bar, and in extreme rare error cases, truly exceptional coins in the hobby have reached astonishing prices at auction. That's why headlines about million-dollar pennies explode online. But here's the truth: collectors know a value depends on rarity, condition, authentication, and whether the coin has a real, recognized error that buyers actually want. That means not every 2015 penny is treasure, but the right one, that's a different story. And here's another twist: the condition matters big time. A penny fresh from circulation with scratches and wear might be worth far less than a bright, clean example with sharp details. Collectors love high-grade coins. Coins graded mint state by professional services can command serious premiums, especially if they have rare errors. That's why you should never clean a coin. Never rub it. Never polish it. Never scrub it shiny. Cleaning destroys collector value fast. A clean coin can lose huge money potential instantly. Leave it exactly as you found it. Now let's talk about selling because this is where many people make expensive mistakes. If you believe your 2015 no-mint mark Lincoln penny has something unusual, don't rush to sell it locally for quick cash. First, Photograph it clearly. Take pictures of the front and back in bright light. Zoom in on suspicious details. Next, compare it with known error examples online. Look for matching doubling, off-center strikes, die cracks, or plankett errors. Then, if it truly looks special, submit it to a professional grading and authentication service. That's what serious buyers trust. Authentication turns a mystery coin into a documented collectible, and documented collectibles attract bigger money. After that, where do you sell? Auction houses specializing in coins can bring strong bids. Online marketplaces connect you to national buyers. Coin shows can put your coin in front of experts. Reputable coin dealers may make offers, and collector forums can help identify what you actually have before you sell. But one warning: be careful. If someone offers fast cash without properly examining the coin, slow down. Rare coins deserve careful evaluation. You only get one chance to sell a discovery the right way. Now imagine there's a broken bar. Tonight, you check a jar of pennies. You spot a 2015 Lincoln cent, no mint mark. Then you notice doubling, or an off-center strike, or a dramatic mint error nobody around you understands. And suddenly, that little penny becomes the most exciting thing in your house. That's what makes coin hunting addictive. Treasure can hide in plain sight. So here's my question: have you checked your 2015 pennies lately? Look closely, not casually, or really inspect them. Check your piggy bank. Check old jars. Check inherited coin boxes. Check loose change in your car, because the next incredible coin discovery may already be sitting in your home in a broken bar waiting for you to notice it. And if you find something unusual, don't ignore it, because that tiny coin could be worth far more than 1 cent. It could be your hidden jackpot. Keep your eyes open, keep checking your change, and stick around, because America's most valuable hidden coins are often the ones people overlook every single day.